Welcome to the unofficial abridged audio recording of the Book of Mormon. The ship was completed, and everyone agreed it was really well done. The Lord told Lehi that it was time to get in the boat and sail to the new land. The next day, everyone gathered all their food and provisions and went into the ship. It was pretty crowded, especially since many of the women had new children with them, including Nephi's mom, Sariah, who had given birth to 2 boys, whom she and Lehi named Jacob and Joseph. Once in the ship, they set sail, the winds pushing them along and the Liahona guiding them to the promised land. After a few days on the water, some of Nephi's brothers and the sons of Ishmael and their wives began to party in a really inappropriate way. They started to be super rude and forgot that God had helped them build the very ship that they were sailing on. Nephi began to feel uneasy. What if God would get angry with them because of the way they were behaving? As politely as he could, Nephi asked his brothers if they could maybe tone it down a bit. As you might imagine, this did not go over very well, and of course, they were not very happy. "We will not that our younger brother should be a ruler over us."
"Yeah, you want to be the king or something, man?"
And with that, they grabbed Nephi and tied him to the mast of the boat. And they knocked him around a little bit too, just to make sure he knew that they thought he was not cool. They tied him up so tight he couldn't even move. And as soon as they did that, they noticed that the Liahona stopped working. Nobody knew which way to go. And to make matters worse, a huge storm began to gather and rock the ship back and forth. The storm became a massive tempest, but Laman and Lemuel refused to let Nephi go. Lehi and Sariah tried to talk to Laman and Lemuel about maybe letting Nephi go, but they wouldn't do it. Nephi's wife and children cried out to Laman and Lemuel, "Let him go!" But they still refused. The storm got even bigger, and the waves began crashing all about them. In the wind and in the rain, the brothers realized that the Lord was going to destroy them if they kept being so darn stubborn. Finally, they decided to free Nephi. And immediately the storm stopped, and the Liahona started working again. From that time on, Nephi guided the ship. They cruised for many days, and finally found land. They went forth upon the land and began to plant the seeds that they had brought with them from Jerusalem, and build new homes. They had finally arrived in the promised land. The reading and opinions expressed on these recordings are not endorsed or probably recognized by the church. The YouTube channel Book of Mormon Stories is a personal project by me, Greg Williams, born out of my love and testimony for the book and the truths contained therein.